Yes, hello, today, look, we've got Zenkai Awakening Zamasu. So basically, he's gonna purge everyone and we're all dead. Let's cue the intro.
Welcome to my channel, where cringy intros are cringy.
Alright, so I was kidding, we're not all dead, but the point is, this guy actually turned out to be a lot better than I thought when it came to just overall how he was built, and also, like, just everything. He buffs God Key, as he's supposed to, but on top of that, they even made him a God Key Zenkai buffer. So that's something else. But with that being said, let's actually take a look at what he does, get an idea of what he is, and see how he's going to actually impact particular teams, because I think that's something that's important to discuss when obviously discussing Zenkai Awakened Zamasu. He's obviously also free, so you do not have to spend CC on this dude. So I will show you guys how to do that momentarily, but let's just review the character himself and get an idea of what he can do. Alright, so we're not even going to worry about like his stats in terms of like fusion-wise or anything like that. We're going to actually just take a look at specifically his arts and his abilities. He's obviously a range type. Obviously, he is much more heavily favored in terms of blast attack than strike attack. But he's also a decent defensive unit, and he further increases his defense by cover changing and other things like that. So these stats are actually quite nice. They're definitely an improvement, about like 20k, roughly, from his original stats from 14 stars. So overall, can't complain. Solid stuff. I'm happy with it. Alright, so let's take a look. So first off, we got his strike attack, which is just, yeah, it's nice. We have his blast, which has health restoration up, so it's not to be confused by he heals 5%. It's more so each time he does it, he stacks 5% to his health restoration, which he has skills and other abilities that allow him to recover health. This would just allow him to further increase how much health he's actually restoring versus, you know, actually recovering 5% each time. That would be actually quite broken. If he just kept on getting 5% per each blast that he just launched. That's actually quite nice. 15% of your health just taken back. Scary. That's scary stuff if that were the case. But it's not. It's just health restoration. I think that's a good balance. I think it's a fair balance considering it's quite easy to proc his health restoration up anyways, as it is. And health restoration. Alright, then we got Divine Wrath, which really nothing has changed, so that's okay. Except for, obviously, the cost. That changed. Cool. We have Menacing God Key. Nothing really has changed. It's the same thing. Solid card. It's always been solid. Obviously, the only thing, again, that's changing is it once again costs. Costs are obviously going down. Then we got Lightning of Absolution. Same things. Nothing has changed. I think it's fair considering the fact that this guy didn't need much to become relevant again. He just needed, honestly, a stat boost and just some extra passives. And they delivered on that, so that's good. So let's take a look at his main ability. We got Draw the Ultimate Arts card, Lightning of Absolution next. And it's a good alt. Restores health by 20%, key by 50, applies attribute upgrade minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 15 timer counts. Solid. Like, it's the same thing, pretty much. I don't know how much they've really changed, but it doesn't feel like they've changed much in regards to that, and that's okay. This guy was already, like I said, really good. He's just going to be now properly established within the meta. I don't think he's going to be busted. It's more so he's going to be just a solid unit, which is good. We do need that. All right, so let's take a look at the Zenkai ability, the Z ability first before the Zenkai ability. Z ability is Future and God Key, base blast attack and defense, solid, and 18% to tag powerful opponent base blast attack during battle. It's what we've all knew about this character. I have him at 14 stars, so as a result, this guy will be maxed out for me, and I will definitely be playing him. I do want to get an idea of what he's like, how good he is, or how meh he is, or whatever, but I have a good feeling about him. I don't see him as being a bad unit. I see him actually being a very favorable unit as is. So let's take a look at what he does Zenkai-wise. So Zenkai ability, he buffs Pure and tag God Key during battle. So what does this mean? This means that if you wanted to Zenkai boost UI, you can. If you wanted to Zenkai boost Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, you can. You have actual options at this point. Honestly, you could make a pretty much purple-based God Key team, monocolor, with maybe just one character to protect them, which would be a red character. Purple-red. And go from there. So, it's quite scary what you can do with this team. Now, with that being said, in a God Key formation, it might be a little bit difficult unless you've got half-corrupted Zamasu at a high star ratio. Otherwise, it's probably not going to work as well, but it can. It's just, you know, there's a lot of things you can do with this, which is really, really cool. So, I am pretty satisfied with this. Honestly, if anyone deserved to get Zenkai buffed, UI definitely could use it. Not to say that he deserves it, more so like, it's just nice. It's good to see other units get a win. And Future needed this. Let's put it quite frankly. Blast Future needed this. Strike Future doesn't care. But Strike Future is fine. But Blast Future really needed this, and they're getting something, which is nice. The only thing is that not fusions. Purple units seem to been getting quite a big boon this year. It's quite crazy how much they've been getting things. So, you know, Lejons, you can dial it down now. We have had enough purples. I don't want you to be hating on greens too much. Greens are nice. Leave them alone. They've been the worst color in the game for a long time. Just let them stay at least somewhat relevant, please. Alright, so let's take a look at the unique abilities, just to get an idea. So we got first Eternal Radiance, applies the following effects. It all looks like the exact same thing, so nothing has really changed. Yeah, nothing has changed on that one. They've kept it the same, fair enough. And let's take a look at the Almighty Immortal Fusion. So, it all looks the exact same. Nothing has changed. So, the first two passives have been the exact same, and that's a testament to how good his kit actually is. The fact of the matter is, that's a solid kit. I think what really killed this character was that kit, despite being solid, needed more. Even though it's really good, it needs more. And, I mean, they're delivering on that. They're going to give you extra stats, and they're about to give you Hail of Extinction and All Hail Zamasu. So let's take a look at those two and get an idea of what he's doing. Plus, he's got the Zenkai ability 4 boost on himself, so that's also good. And yeah, let's take a look. So Hail of Extinction. 40% to own key recovery for 10 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. Solid. He likes key recovery. Being able to recover key fast can make quite a big of a difference when it comes to reaction time of deflecting or countering, especially if you're a last man standing type unit. The problem with this is obviously since it's only for 10 timer counts and not continuously. As a last man standing after 10 timer counts of pawn being the last one on the battlefield, that's it. So you got to use that wisely. But while you're not last man standing, that's a solid ability as well. Especially pairs well with the green card, especially if you're on a more defensive end. So that's nice. 30% chance to inflict bleed when this character lands a strike or blast arts hit. Okay, so each time you do a strike or blast, potential chance to inflict bleed. Nice. 30% chance to inflict bleed when this character lands a strike or blast arts hit. If a tag Future or tag God Key other than this character is a battle member. Okay, so this is how it works. It's not 60%. What happens is the first 30 is activated, and then it will check the timing for another 30. So you'll get two 30s back to back. That's not 60%. It's twice you're getting 30 and 30 out of 100. So it's always going to be a 30% chance, regardless of what happens. But the nice thing is, it's going to proc twice after each attack. So the likelihood of actually proccing a inflict bleed on any of your card arts skyrockets. You are most likely guaranteed to inflict a status effect on your opponent because of how that works. So, nice little touch. It's actually quite solid, and those type of effects don't usually mean much unless it's getting very, very close. And those could mean the difference between life or death for a unit. So this is actually quite nice. Alright, let's take a look at All Hail Zamasu. So we got the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 20% to strike damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Okay, not bad. I wish that they kept that for a little bit longer. I think 10 timer counts is not really enough. But it is still a nice touch. You bring him in and you start to deal some damage and see how that goes and go at it like that. Nullifies own abnormal conditions for 10 timer counts. Activates 3 times. Interesting. It's not that I hate this skill. It's that I gotta double check the green card because if they overlap, that kind of hurts. And then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% to key recovery for 15 timer counts, activates 3 times. That's actually not bad considering people, like, key recovery does very well. You get card art's draw speed plus key recovery, you have essentially almost infinite combos happening. And infinite combos, as we know, green Kefla, can be really, really irritating. The nice thing about this is that this guy actually gives you the ability to control the pacing of your opponent. Now, there's a couple of units that will kind of ignore this. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta comes to mind. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. His entire raison d'etre is just to pound your opponent in the face really hard with his fists or with his blasts or blue card or whatever. Main alt. Essentially, that guy doesn't care. He doesn't care. So, in this situation, this is good against most units, but there are certain units that are going to kind of gloss over this quite a bit and not really care. But this could stop units like Super Saiyan 3 Blue GT Kid Goku. I don't believe his key recovery is really good, so you would actually have to build equips and build him built around getting him higher key recovery in order for him to continue combos a lot more effectively. And this guy can pretty much, like, neuter that almost instantaneously. Unless, obviously, you click a green card, blah, blah, blah. There's always exceptions. But the point is, without the green card, there is likelihood no chance for them to continue going for too long, which is nice. Alright, so let's take a look just once again at the key nullified attribute downgrades. No. That's okay. That's so fine. Wait, no. Yep. Nope, that's good. That's good. Okay. This is fine. It's fine. So overall, if I were to rate this out of 10, what I think of Fusion Zamasu, at least at first glance, I would give him easily a solid 8 out of 10 Zamasus. He is definitely what we were looking for. He is not going to be in his prime like he was back in the day, but he will be a solid addition in this meta. We'll definitely be seeing play. How much play? I can pretty much assure you more play than Super Janemba. Super Janemba turned out to be quite the dud and requires too much work to make him happen. So, as a result, like, I can definitely see Fusion Zamasu being a way better unit. I mean, he is. And it didn't take much to make him better. Now, of course, this is just based off of first glances. We'll have to see how he plays also in testing. But I have a strong suspicion that God Key is going to be using Fusion Zamasu quite a bit. Because, I mean, he's got cover change. He's got a cover change that also decreases how much damage he takes if he fails to knock you back. He's just overall, like, just a fantastic unit. And the fact that he gets his Zenkai finally gets to put him back in the limelight and make him a big Kachow. And that's what we want. We want him to be the Kachow to someone's Cha-Cha. And that's what we need. So with that being said, guys, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't hesitate to tickle the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And click at the bell for notificaciones so you never miss another one of my videos. Have yourselves a salty day. And I will see you in the next video.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a time, Phil G. Phil G.